It's that time of the week, one more time. It's live, and it's in the interest of the people. They're going to make you laugh, and they'll even make you mad enough to chew nails. Either way, they have you tuned in. So sit back in that easy chair and get close to a phone, because you can call and talk to them. You better get you something to drink, because you may need it also. Take it away, guys.
We made it back from Christmas. We hope you had a nice Christmas. We had a wonderful Christmas, and we're anxious to get on with this show.
We got a great show tonight. We've got Miss Erin Stockdale. She is a midship woman.
Can I say the other? She's a Navy cheerleader.
She sure is, and she was on national television this past Tuesday night. We're going to be talking with her and her beautiful mother in just a little bit, and she's going to bring us up to date how they have browbeat her down and all. No, I mean,
not Erin.
It's and we want to know if she learned to drive that submarine or not. We got a lot to talk about. We're also going to have, hopefully, Reverend Julius Love on the program shortly, and then we're also going to have Reverend Hugh Morris, who is president of NAACP, will be with us by phone shortly. We got a lot of stuff going on in Tyler this week, and it's just great. We hope all of you had a good Merry Christmas. Santa Claus brought our family the flu. Delane's got it.
Thanks.
My beautiful daughter-in-law's got it.
Oh my goodness.
Our grandson, great-grandson, Carter Grant, was visiting with us this week, and he had the flu all over. I mean, he had the flu everywhere. And when you got a 2-year-old that's got the flu everywhere, you got a problem.
Everybody's gonna have it.
I can assure you. They're sick, and then Mary's been in bed 3 days with the flu. So far, I'm trying my best to catch it. And no, I'm not either. I'm trying my best not to catch it. So far, I've managed to stay away from it. But anyway, that's part of it. Had a good Christmas.
Can I say a quick thank you to everyone that stepped in and helped? My wonderful employee, Sarah Williams, was involved in a horrible accident on Jackson Trace and was flown to UAB.
By helicopter.
By helicopter, and we appreciate the police officers that recognized that something wasn't right and took her on. But I also want to say a big thanks to the people who stepped in at the last minute and filled her shoes, to Olivia and Lori and just everyone, Tanyelle, that did just such a wonderful job to keep our business going while Sarah's recuperating, and it'll be a little bit longer before she'll be back.
Her son, James Williams Jr., emailed me and said he appreciated everyone that had said a prayer for Sarah. Sarah's well known. Everybody in town knows Miss Sarah. She works at the store out Brecon, and then she works for Charlotte. She's got 2 jobs, and she's awesome job going backwards and forth. But he said he never misses our program, and he appreciates the prayer for his mother that y'all have sent up for her, and that she is back home. She's lucky to be alive.
Yes.
She was in a real bad situation. Three-car wreck. But we're glad she's doing well, and she'll be back with us real soon, hopefully.
Yes.
Annual Kwanzaa celebration will be December the 30th for you that in the Selma area. Our good friend Senator Hank Sanders and Miss Faye Rose Torre sent this to us, said this is a community event. Please bring family, friends, children are welcome. Part of the Kwanzaa tradition is to bring a dish or some kind of gift to share. It's part of the Kwanzaa spirit. We want you to come with or without a gift. We have plenty. We open up our home to you for this community celebration. That's this coming Tuesday night, December the 30th in Selma, Alabama. We're going to have Reverend Hugh Morris on here shortly talking about the upcoming Emancipation Proclamation going to be held at the Ritz Theater January the 4th. Charlotte, one other thing before we get to birthdays.
Okay.
Miss Glenda Trussell lives on, used to be 17th Street. It's Stephen J. White Boulevard now. Her house burned this week and lost everything she had. And I know that she would appreciate if you got any extra furniture or clothes or anything that, if you want to share some financial contributions or whatever. I know Glenda would appreciate it. She did not have any insurance on her house or contents and so forth. Fortunately, they got out alive. the little bird, they'd had a little bird 10 years and it got burned up in the fire.
Oh.
But her little non-humans was saved, and she got out okay. If you got anything you want to share with Glenda, if you want to contact Charlotte or myself, we'll make sure that she gets whatever you want to share with her. Got some birthdays here?
Yeah, we have Billy Heron, Darlene Audi, Mary Grace Garcia, Katie Baggett, Mace Ferguson.
Mac.
Mac.
You know Mac Ferguson.
Well, you don't know how to spell.
You don't know. I wrote it close to the page.
Oh, is that what it was?
This is Mickey's daddy.
And Lisa Harvey, Adam Castleberry, and our own Krista Camp.
Right. Also, I got a nice email from Miss Shirley Williams in Sylacauga. She and her late husband Marshall would have been married 40 years on Christmas Day, but she saw our program last week, and she said she appreciated us showing the video of Sylacauga back in the old days of City Dry Goods. Said my daddy worked at both quarries, and she used to trade with all the stores there, and she was just thanking us for running this program on the TV show. We a lot of good things going on in and around our county, around our world. We're on the internet worldwide. We're on YouTube, and we've got some callers be coming in shortly. Let's see what we got here. Hello, Jeff.
Hello.
How you doing? Turn your TV down.
Turn the TV down.
Hello, Jeff.
Jeff.
That TV turned down now.
Jeff, back away from the phone just a little bit.
How you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Jeff. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Merry Christmas. Are you calling from Troy, or are you calling from Talladega?
Montgomery.
Montgomery. So you're watching us on Channel 80 out of Montgomery.
Is it Mama's?
Yes, sir.
You're at Mother's house.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Did you have?
I'm at my mama's brother's house.
Okay. You had a good Christmas.
Yes, good Christmas. I got 2 new suits for Christmas.
2 new
Woo.
suits.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Is one of them going to be your wedding suit?
Well, I ain't decided on that yet.
And decide on that yet? Okay.
Oh.
All right, we got a lot of things going on. Just wish everybody a happy New Year, and roll tide and all that good stuff.
I had a great time down at my mama's and all this. Went down to brother's house, Christmas meal and all this here. It was real nice down there somewhere.
That's great. You know who's playing Thursday night, don't you?
I'm down at Ohio State.
Absolutely. You know what's going to happen after Thursday night if Alabama wins?
They're going to play the winner between Oregon and Florida State.
That's right. They'll either be playing Oregon State or FSU. I personally would like to see them play FSU and
Me
beat the
too.
tar out of that quarterback.
Yes.
I just want to make sure that, because that's one thing I was kind of worried about. This is going to be a pass my holiday.
All right, Jeff, got to go. We've got some other callers coming in.
All right, you have a good night, and I'll talk to you next week.
Okay, man. Take
Bye.
care.
All right, bye-bye.
Hello, caller. Is this Reverend Julius Love?
Yes, sir. This is Reverend Love of the Gospel Train Network.
How in the world are you doing, Reverend Love?
Certainly, I'm doing very well. Yes, I am.
You sound great. You have done well since you got out of Talladega.
Well, I tell you what, I miss that great city. Such wonderful, wonderful memories.
We've got a picture on the screen now, Julius, of you dressed in looks like all white tie. You sharp looking.
I hear you. So, well, actually, that's my latest album.
Okay.
God is up to something.
If we can play just a dab of that, Mr. Engineer, while we're talking to you down low, maybe hear just a little bit of the song.
Yes, sir.
And we've got it keyed up. Tell us, you graduated from school from the blind here.
That's correct. In 1975.
Right.
And went on to college at Gaston State and Jack State in Miles, and left college and pursued a career in radio broadcasting.
I know you play piano, you play organ, you play keyboard, sometime all three at the same time.
Well, yeah, and, you know, and then I had the fortunate circumstance to play for something like 40 churches in my career, and then
You were pastoring 4 or 5 at one time, weren't you?
well, yeah, I pastored 4 churches. I have pastored 4 churches, one in Tuskegee, Notasulga, Alabama, and Watley, Alabama, and Roanoke, Alabama.
But I understand now you're a minister of music at the church there in Gadsden.
Well, actually in Attala. It's the Morning Star Missionary Baptist Church, where Reverend Bowman is the pastor, and we have some great service.
Sounds great. We're playing, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, we're playing one of your songs in the background.
Amen.
What's God up to, or God is up to?
God is up to something.
Right.
Amen.
Now I understand, let's go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I tell you what, that album I did on Highland Records, and we had a lot of fun doing that, and a lot of people were blessed by that live recording.
Sounds great. Brother Julius, if you would, just take a moment. Let's talk about your in-house radio that covers the world.
Yes, sir. Well, I've been very fortunate to be blessed with that. We've been doing it about a year, and I remember starting out with about 5 listeners, and I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, where I'm going with this? And it seemed like I could hear a little voice speaking to me, Mayor Barton, saying, look, this is my radio station. It ain't yours. I gave it to you, but it's mine because I want you to do my will with this thing. And so he said, now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And like I heard that little voice say, so I got off the number 5. And in every few moments, I'd look up and say, Lord, it ain't moved, it ain't moved, it ain't moved, it ain't moved. Then I get up to 9, I say, oh, it's slow. Well, I kept working with it, and now we're up to 10,000 listeners a day.
That's great, going worldwide with it.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's great. We appreciate you, Brother Julius. I know I've watched you grow up through the years in Talladega, how you've grown not only into manhood, but also spiritually.
Yes.
And you've done real well for yourself through the years, and we're proud of you and proud that you're from Talladega.
Well, I want to thank Talladega for the support that I got down through the years, particularly the Institute for the Deaf and Blind, who taught me so much how to get along in the world. And I had a lot of fun memories of that city. And Mayor Barton, I have a lot of fun memories of you and how you were so supportive of my ministry, and many fine folk there in Talladega. A wonderful friend of mine who they buried on yesterday, Deacon Herman Mosley.
Right.
And thank God for many of you wonderful people in Talladega. Miss all of you.
Reverend Mr. Mosley, Herman Mosley, was my friend. He served on city boards around town. I don't reckon I've ever heard anybody say a negative word against Herman Mosley.
Well, I'll tell you what, he was a wonderful guy, and the only thing about it, he wouldn't let me pull a Stevie on him or a Ray Charles on him, because I always wanted to drive him around, but he wouldn't have it.
He was a smart.
Mosley and her family, whenever I needed to go to church, they took care of that. But I did offer to drive him.
Well, he's a very smart man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother Julius, I appreciate you taking time to be with us, and maybe one of these days we can hook up and run our program on your program and reach twice as many people. Wouldn't that be something?
Yes, sir. Well, we're going to do some stuff together, Mayor Barton, and once again, to you, thank you for your wonderful support at the years that I was in Talladega.
I appreciate you, Brother Julius. Any way we can help you this way, let us know.
God bless you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, sir. Reverend Julius Love, resident of Talladega, has done well for himself through the years as a recording artist, pastor, musician, choir director, minister of music. Another plus for Talladega. You never know when someone leaves here where we're going to be reaching. Just like our good friend Miss Erin Stockdale, we're going to be talking to her in just a minute. She's in the Navy, but she's also a cheerleader for the Navy football team from Talladega, graduated from Talladega High School. And it's just great. You never know where we're going to be recognized throughout the world. Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Yes.
You have a comment?
Yes, Mayor Barton, this is Theresa Williams, and I just couldn't let another year come in without thanking you for your kindness and your help in getting issues that I've been faced with here at Talladega. And I also wanted to commend the young man by the name of Mr. Marshall Pope, how interested he is in other people and the values that he has chosen.
I appreciate you calling, Ms. Williams.
And thank you once again for all your support, and I pray that God bless you in the coming year.
Thank you, ma'am. She's referring to Mr. Marshall Pope. He's a Talladegan. He's a writer who published 5 books, and we've had him on our program several times. We had an opportunity to go up this other night to Four Seasons facility here in Talladega, and he went up with us, and we read to the folks who live in there, and had a great time. He'd written several poems about mother and about Christmas time and so forth, and I had not even heard it, and I was very impressed with Mr. Marshall Pope, I'm sorry. But a lot of good things going on in Talladega, and we're going to be talking about them in just a little bit. We've got to go to a break, but before we do, don't forget Rehab First at McGuffey Healthcare in Gadsden. 24/7 service if you need any kind of rehab. All these football players getting beat up on, whooped up on during all these ball games, they can go to Rehab First and get some good rehab. And I don't know if cheerleaders ever get dropped, throwing them up in the air, and we've got a picture of Miss Erin Stockdale in just a little bit where she's up in the air. I'm just curious, when they throw you up in the air, if they grab you by your ankles and not let you go too high up. We'll ask Erin about this in just a little bit. But don't forget Rehab First if you need any kind of rehab. They're 7 days a week admission, private rooms, 24-hour RN coverage, and the list is just endless what they can do at Rehab First. They have, when you go there for rehab, they don't let you lay up in bed 21 days and then send you home. They start working with you right then, because they want to make sure you get well and get back to home and taking care of business at home. And I also have long-term care. We'll be talking about that in just a little bit. Got to go to break, and we'll be right back.
Planning a get-together, sporting event, or special occasion, let CG's help make the event more enjoyable. CG's can advise you on a favorite champagne or special wine imported from all over the world, as well as from New York and California. Perhaps you'd rather choose a muscadine wine from Alabama. CG's also has a nice selection of the latest in stemless wine glasses or champagne and water glasses. Only at CG's can you obtain your favorite imported beer, party supplies, mixes, and a variety of nuts. By the way, don't forget a gift for your favorite hostess. Visit CG's, conveniently located in Talladega at the corner of Howard and West.
A death is a troubling time for any family. Talladega Funeral Home offers dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness to all families in need. We listen carefully. We know that some of us find great comfort in traditions, and we work tirelessly to honor those traditions. Our professional team gets to know each and every family member to help each and every individual remember, share, and also move towards healing. Contact Brittany Boozer at Talladega Funeral Home today, 256-362-0111. Talladega Funeral Home. We care because every life has a story.
Have you tried one of these? It's so good. Man, I can't believe we haven't done this before. Oh, wow, look at that.
Want a bite?
Your agent. Do the jingle. Do the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, guys.
Do it again. Do it again.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
In my office.
State Farm.
I think we're good.
State Farm agents are there when you need them.
Welcome back.
We're trying to get Reverend Hugh Morris on our phone. We're going to our guest in just a little bit. We're trying to get some of these things out of the way that need to be talked about. And then when we get to talking about the Navy and basic training and her future, that we won't have to be interfered with a lot of stuff and just go straight to these.
She's going to.
Is this Reverend Morris?
Hello.
Reverend Morris, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
This is Larry Barton. We're calling you about the Emancipation Proclamation. It's going to be taking place next Sunday at the Ritz Theater.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Larry?
I'm doing fine. And we have you on camera. We took you out of your rocking chair and put you on the steps of somewhere.
You took me out of what?
Out of your rocking chair.
Oh, did you? Okay.
We normally run you in that rocking chair. This time we've got you on the steps at, I'm not sure where this is. It looks like a fountain somewhere.
I'm trying to find my remote. I can't find my remote.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's on channel 10 or channel 80. look like you got a pool table on one end of the building and a. But while you're trying to find that, let's talk about the Emancipation Proclamation coming up this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Ritz Theater.
That is correct.
The Emancipation Proclamation, of course, most everyone I think probably is aware of this, but maybe the younger folks in life may not be aware that this was a presidential proclamation executive order issued by President Abraham Lincoln on January the 1st, 1863, freeing the slaves in part of the areas of the United States. Am I right on this? You may want to expound on that just a little bit. It proclaimed the freedom of slaves in 10 states that were still in rebellion, excluding areas controlled by the Union, and thus applying to 3 million of the 4 million slaves in the U.S. at that time.
You're exactly right. We all slaves weren't freed at that time, but you're exactly right. That's what kicked the ball off. Larry.
There's a copy of the document that President Lincoln signed. It's on your screen now if you're watching it.
Yeah, I see it. I see it, and I sort of wanted to elaborate a little bit on the Emancipation Proclamation program that we're having on the 4th of January. Normally it's on the 1st of January, but we got a very unique opportunity to have it at the Ritz, where myself and quite a few other people here in Talladega, like Dr. Horace Patterson and Bill McGee and you, Mayor, and Barbara Emery and Becky Davis, and we've all been trying to bring the community together racially, and I had this unique opportunity to have it this year at the Ritz, and we've got Mr. Bill McGee. He's going to do the welcome, and Dr. Patterson is emceeing the whole program. And we got a couple other pastors that are doing things on the program, and we're just trying to knit this community together racially. Get the blacks and whites together, and what better place to do it at is than the Ritz Theater.
Well, I commend you for using the Ritz as a neutral ground, you might say. A lot of folks will not go to another, they're used to going to their church,
right.
but they will not go to another church, regardless of whether it's white, black, Presbyterian, Baptist, Methodist, whatever. They'll participate in their church worship, but nowhere else. The Ritz is a neutral ground. It's a beautiful theater. It's well seated that you can see over anyone's head. There's not any bad seats in the building, and it'd be warm in the wintertime or cool in the summer. So
right.
there's no reason that you.
We have to thank Mr. McGee for that, Bill.
Right.
He offered it to us, and we readily accepted. The only thing we had to have it on the 4th rather than the 1st, But that's not a big problem. People be having on the 31st. They'll be having the watch night service,
right.
And most of the black churches around the whole country. And but what I wanted to say about that, Larry, is a lot of people they are starting to put emphasis on the wrong thing. December 31st, there were black people hiding in cornfields and hiding in churches and hiding wherever they could hide for fear that the whites were going to retaliate, because at 12 midnight or 12:01 a.m. they would become free. So they hid, and because they thought that their life would be in jeopardy. And they watched all night. That's where the watch night come from, But and the next day with the Emancipation Proclamation, that's the celebration.
Right.
That's what actually happened. But people today they celebrate watch night, but they don't do very much on the 1st,
Pastor Morris, I can't thank you enough for being with us. I know you're the president of NAACP in Talladega County, also vice president of the state NAACP. And I've shared with the folks many times that I'm proud that we have a man like you in leadership position, that you are not a person who goes out trying to stir up any trouble. You're not a person who is a rabble-rouser, if you will. You are a person of, you care about your community, but you're also a man of action. If someone comes to you with a complaint or a concern, you check into it. You don't react, you check into it, and then you act. And Talladega is fortunate to have your kind of leadership, and Mr. Albert Bell with the New South Coalition. We're just fortunate to have this kind of leadership in our community. And I can't thank you enough for the way you carry yourself and the way you respond to things in the community.
Well, I thank you, Mayor, and I thank you for being there for us, and I thank you for being an NAACP member as well.
Thank you, sir.
That means a lot to us.
Well, y'all are a good organization. You have a lot of good members in the organization. They're citizens of Talladega, and I'm just proud that we have a good relationship with our folks in the city of Talladega. That we have very little. We have problems. We have problems in the white community. We have problems. You know, we'll always have problems. Along you had problems in the Bible. Cain and Abel in the Bible. They hated each other. Matter of fact, killed his brother. So all through the years, you've had problems. But we've got leadership like yourself and others that know how to handle things and handle issues, and you can sit down and talk about it when you have an issue. And I commend you for this. And any way we can help you here, we're as close as your phone.
Well, so we certainly thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for having us on.
And hope to see you next Sunday.
All righty.
Thank you, sir.
Have a blessing.
Reverend Hugh Morris, President of NAACP, talking about the Emancipation Proclamation at the Ritz Theater on the 4th, January the 4th at 3 p.m. And I would like to see us have a real good turnout to come out and show support, folks. We're fortunate in Talladega. We're not a Ferguson. We're not a New York. We're not a California. We're Talladegans. And we've got a Talladega College here with 1,000 students. They know how to act. They know how to respond to issues, but they don't react. And we're fortunate in Talladega, whether you think so or not. We've got a good relationship with our merchants, with our people that shop in town, and we're all fortunate. We need to be thankful that we have this kind of leadership and this kind of togetherness, if you will. And let's go out next Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Ritz Theater and show support for the Emancipation Proclamation. And I think, you know, maybe a lot of us don't understand a lot about what we've heard about. It'd be a good time to come out and get indoctrinated, or not indoctrinated, but get enlightened about what's going on. Got to go to break, and we're going to be back with Miss Erin Stockdale, and she's going to tell you about how to get into the Navy and learn to drive a submarine. Be right back.
Planning a get-together, sporting event, or special occasion, let CG's help make the event more enjoyable. CG's can advise you on a favorite champagne or special wine imported from all over the world, as well as from New York and California. Perhaps you'd rather choose a muscadine wine from Alabama. CG's also has a nice selection of the latest in stemless wine glasses or champagne and water glasses. Only at CG's can you obtain your favorite imported beer, party supplies, mixes, and a variety of nuts. By the way, don't forget a gift for your favorite hostess. Visit CG's, conveniently located in Talladega at the corner of Howard and West.
A death is a troubling time for any family. Talladega Funeral Home offers dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness to all families in need. We listen carefully. We know that some of us find great comfort in traditions, and we work tirelessly to honor those traditions. Our professional team gets to know each and every family member to help each and every individual member share and ultimately move towards healing. Contact Brittany Boozer at Talladega Funeral Home today, 256-362-0111. Talladega Funeral Home. We care because every life has a story.
Have you tried one of these? It's so good. Man, I can't believe we haven't done this before. Oh, wow, look at that.
Want a bite?
Your agent. Do the jingle. Do the jingle. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, guys.
Do it again. Do it again. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
In my office.
State Farm.
I think we're good.
State Farm agents are there when you need them.
A naval cadet, a submarine
pilot
maybe.
Would you call
a cheerleader?
A person that drives a submarine, would that be a pilot? I mean, pilot flies.
We'll have to check on that.
Can you fly in a
Maybe
submarine?
she can tell us. And here, all of that right here in Talladega.
This week, folks, starting Monday night, the 29th, every kind of ball game known to man is going to be going on. AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Russell Athletic Bowl, Advocare Texas Bowl, Franklin, Alma, whatever.
A bunch of them.
Belt Bowl. It's every night, Monday, Tuesday.
It's football.
Here's a schedule of all these bowl games starting tomorrow night. I don't know if anybody else in town has got one of these or not, possibly, but we know for a fact that Charlotte Green has got them at her store over at CG's, corner of Howard and West, and they're free. Don't have to buy nothing. You just go in there, as long as it lasts. You can go in and get you a schedule. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night.
You won't miss one bowl game.
Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then the Monday championship, January the 12th, of Alabama and whomever. But you can get one of these here free.
Come back.
Charlotte Greens, as long as it lasts. Also, Charlotte, she got the best coffee in town. You can get it for 25 cents a scoop.
A scoop? A cup?
A cup. No, it's a little bit higher than that, but it's a lot cheaper than some of these places around town. Good coffee. I don't drink coffee.
Great coffee.
But she convinced me the other day. I was by there and I got a cup of it, and it's good coffee.
I went around and I couldn't find any good coffee, so I just decided we're gonna have coffee.
Have your own coffee. Also, Charlotte will be open New Year's Eve night, all day New Year's. If you that still looking for some wine to make your fruit cakes with or whatever, she's got a little bit of eggnog, a little egg and a lot of nog.
Party supplies.
Party supplies. Corner of Howard and West, but she'll be there Wednesday night and all day Thursday. And don't forget your schedule, football schedule. They're free.
Yep.
And it's got them all listed. I mean, you don't have to hunt. I'll tell you what channel it's on. The only thing you do need to know is got Eastern time on here. So if it says 7:30, it'll be 6:30. That's the only thing you got to remember. Miss Erin Stockdale, welcome, baby.
Hi.
The Navy has not changed your personality. It's not changed your beautiful smile. And are you having any trouble with knocking the midshipmen off and keeping them away from you?
Not too much trouble.
Not too much trouble?
No, sir.
Put the mic up a little closer to you there so we can. This is Miss Erin Stockdale. She's a product of Talladega. She is the beautiful daughter of Stanley and Wanda Scales and Maverick Stockdale. Maverick is a retired Army person. And Mr. Stanley works out Precision Strip, and I ain't even drinking. And Miss Wanda works at AIDB. Now this is Erin. This is the daughter here, and this is the mother. I asked him which one is the mother and which one's the daughter. Two young, beautiful ladies.
Thank you.
Let's talk about you was raised in Talladega.
Yes, sir.
You went to Graham School, elementary school, Zora Ellis.
In Talladega High School.
Talladega High School. You was cheerleader at Talladega High School.
Yes, sir.
4 years, 3 years?
3 years.
And you did okay in scholastics. You made A's and B's and C's. And
yes,
no.
Sir. No, just all A's in high school.
And you, a lot of people will say, we don't like Talladega High School. It's a bad school. Apparently, you've done well off of graduating from there.
I love Talladega High School, and I think people don't give the faculty and staff at Talladega High School enough credit for all they've done. And I honestly think that it's a great school.
We have a lot of folks that go to school there and graduates and does well in life. It's like some of our hospitals, such as a hospital. We have people say, well, I'm not going to go to the hospital there. They're bad hospital. Well, people die
at every hospital.
At every hospital. I got an email from Mr. Danny Hubbard, from folk about Mr. Danny Hubbard, a longtime friend. He had gallbladder surgery somewhere besides in Talladega. And he's had nothing but problems, real serious complications. So, you know, I think you can accomplish what you want to accomplish wherever you are.
Yes,
if you
sir.
want to find the negative, if you want to find the bad quality, you can find it anywhere.
Yes, sir.
But it's a proven fact that you have done well in school. And we're going to be talking about, matter of fact, let's just delve into this. What made you decide, when did you lose your mind and decided you want to get into the Navy and drive a submarine?
My 11th grade physics teacher, Dax McDonald, I told him I wanted to enlist in the Army, because my dad's Army, and he was prior Navy. So he told me about the Naval Academy, and I went and visited my 11th grade, my 11th grade year, my senior year, and I decided as soon as I saw everything. So it was a big decision. Well, it was a big decision, but I'm happy that I went. And
you were on our program, I think, maybe just a few days before you actually reported in.
Yes, sir.
You look great. You're still slim and trim. You're not eating the Navy food. No. I ate the Army food, folks. It was, well, I can't go there. But it was Navy food. And you can either gain weight or you can lose weight. But let's tell the folks that don't know about Navy life, let's give just a little bit of what you can legally talk about. Of your first day in training, you thought the world had come to an end. And why in the world did I get into this situation?
Oh, yeah. Well, the first 6 weeks are definitely the hardest, and that's when we start our training, and it's a lot of in your face, drop and give me however many. And that's basically when you think, what in the world did I get myself into? But at the Naval Academy, we train for the whole year, and it's a lot of in your face stuff. But it gets better. You just have to stick with it, and now it's a lot better, and I'm kind of in charge.
You've learned after a while that these folks that's in your face is not the general. I mean, you say, man, this general, he's talking to me like a dog. It's probably why that person ain't been in but 3 months longer than you have.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the most shocking thing. You're looking at them and you're realizing they're just upperclassmen. 2 days ago they were in your shoes, and now they're telling you what to do. So
and now you're in their shoes and you're telling them what to do.
Yes, sir.
After you got out of basic, I guess you graduated from the Naval Academy. What do you have to do to get into the Naval Academy? I think this is an honor to have a person probably in the Naval Academy.
Well, you submit your application, and you need a congressional appointment. So either president or your state senators. You have to do an interview with a blue and gold officer that they assign you. And after that, it's a lot of waiting and a lot of answering questions, submitting different essays, and then you finally get your appointment sent to you.
I'm being a little nosy now, but when you get an appointment to the Naval Academy, is this all expense paid, or is this you still have to bear some of the burden?
It's all.
It's a scholarship type thing.
Yes, sir. It's like you're getting paid, like you're already in the Navy, but the money is going towards your tuition and.
They pay you to pay them.
Yes, sir.
It just passes through.
Yes, sir.
Don't last long. That's the way it is in my house. I get paid, my wife gets some money. That's sort of like that.
Sort of like that.
But you've done well.
Yes, sir.
You got through the basics. They shot at you with a gun, crawling on the ground, and you carried the bag on your shoulder and crawled on the ground. How many push-ups can you do? Or could you do?
Well, during our last physical fitness test, I maxed push-ups, so at least 85 in 2 minutes. 85.
When I was in the Army, we had a Sergeant Davila. He was Puerto Rican. And that guy was, you're talking about a man. He was much of a man. And he'd get us young guys out there doing push-ups. We was training our guts out doing 3 or 4 or 5. And he's on one hand.
Oh yeah, at first they try to intimidate us and they're like, look how many I can do, and by the end you're like, I can do just as many as all the rest of y'all now. Makes you feel good.
What now that you've got through your first 3 quarters or 3 semesters or whatever?
Just 3 semesters.
What do you do now? What's your next?
Well, I go to class every day, and we do our professional military knowledge as well, and a lot of training. And I'm studying chemistry currently, so.
What do you hope to major in eventually, other than being an officer in the Navy?
I would like to go to medical school and become a doctor in the Navy, or orthopedic surgeon in the Navy.
So you want to cut on people? Or sew people up, but it gets cut on?
A little bit of both.
Fix them.
If you just tuned in, we're talking to Miss Erin Stockdale. She is I asked her about this, they call her a midshipman. I don't know why they don't call her a midship woman or a midshipess or whatever, but everybody's a midshipman. What is some of the guys? Can you say what some of the guys refer to y'all as?
Oh, FEMIDs.
It's once you get out of basic force service, like anything else, you have a good time. Of course, wartime is not a good time, and I can't thank our military people enough who supports us and who serves in our service to protect us, so we have the freedom of speech and freedom of worship. But otherwise, military life is basically like any other job. You do your day-to-day work. And we're just proud of Miss Erin Stockdale. We're going to come out in just a little bit. We've got to go to commercial. If I understand this call we got, the Emancipation Proclamation, St. Mary's Baptist Choir will be singing. Am I right on this? Okay. St. Mary's Baptist Choir from Lincoln, Alabama will be singing at the Emancipation Proclamation next Sunday at Ritz Theater at 3 p.m. So they got a great choir. You want to come out and hear this choir along with the other ministers will be speaking. We got to go to a break and we'll be back and we're going to talk about cheerleading, ball game, and Miss Erin Stockdale's future. Also, we're going to be talking to Miss Wanda Scale. She works at AIDB, and let her share with you some of the great things that's going on at the AIDB. Be right back.
Planning a get-together, sporting event, or special occasion, let CG's help make the event more enjoyable. CG's can advise you on a favorite champagne or special wine imported from all over the world, as well as from New York and California. Perhaps you'd rather choose a muscadine wine from Alabama. CG's also has a nice selection of the latest in stemless wine glasses or champagne and water glasses. Only at CG's can you obtain your favorite imported beer, party supplies, mixes, and a variety of nuts. By the way, don't forget a gift for your favorite hostess. Visit CG's, conveniently located in Talladega at the corner of Howard and West.
A death is a troubling time for any family. Talladega Funeral Home offers dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness to all families in need. We listen carefully. We know that some of us find great comfort in traditions, and we work tirelessly to honor those traditions. Our professional team gets to know each and every family member to help each and every individual remember, share, and ultimately move towards healing. Contact Brittany Boozer at Talladega Funeral Home today, 256-362-0111. Talladega Funeral Home. We care because every life has a story.
Have you tried one of these? It's so good. Man, I can't believe we haven't done this before. Oh, wow, look at that.
Want a bite? Your agent. Do the jingle. Do the jingle. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, guys. Do it again. Do it again. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In my office.
State Farm.
I think we're good.
State Farm agents are there when you need them.
Exciting news.
We're talking with Miss Erin Stockdale off the camera while we're on a commercial break. I'm about convinced to join the Navy. No, I'm not. That's a lie. I mean,
No.
that is a bad lie. I served 6 years in the Army, and I enjoyed my stay in the Army, and if I had stayed with it, I'd have probably been all right if I'd got into the Air Force. I personally did not like sleeping on the ground.
Oh, no.
I was in Germany for 2 years, and you go to sleep at nighttime with the dry ground, and you might wake up the next morning 2 feet of snow. And you try to shave, you put that lather on your face, and it freezes before you got it on your face good. I didn't like it, folks, and I have much respect for folks who can serve our country 20 years, 25 years, whatever, and fight for our freedom. I have much respect for you, and I commend you, and I congratulate you. I probably if I'd have went into the Air Force or maybe to the Navy, I don't know. But Ms. Erin, thank you for being with us while you're home on leave. How did you, I know you was a cheerleader at high school for 3 years. How did you get picked as a cheerleader for the Navy? That's quite an honor.
At the end of our training session, which we call it plebe summer, it's like basic, I guess, and we have a week where we go to cheerleading for 2 hours, and we get to try out for the team.
And by you having 3 years experience, of course, there might have been a lot of folks there that had experience as cheerleaders. I don't know.
Yes, sir. Not too many, but a few people. So, but it definitely helped.
Will you have to try out continuously, or will you automatically serve 3 or 4 years as a cheerleader?
We try out every year in the spring.
Let's, Mr. Engineer, we got a picture of some of her naval activities, if you will. Can we? There. That's the. Tell us who this is on the left here, first of all. That's you in the white.
Yes, sir. And my little brother, Nigel Scales, my mom, and my dad, Stanley Scales.
Okay, and you have 2 other brothers. What give their name?
I have sisters.
2 sisters, okay.
Trakira Duncan And, well, I have a lot of sisters, actually.
Just say hello to everybody.
Well, hi to all my sisters.
And don't get in trouble.
And my dad.
The picture on the right here, this is you. Those guys are towering over you. Do you not feel intimidated when this big 6-foot guy walks up to you and starts talking down to you?
Well, that was the first day, so maybe a little, but now I don't really mind.
You're 4'11".
Yes, sir.
And we don't tell how much she weighs, folks. Yeah, let's show some more pictures. There she is. There on the right is her cheerleading uniform. And on the left, this is what we're talking about a while ago, when they throw her up in the air and they hold on to her feet so she won't get away from them. She's light on her feet. Have they ever dropped you?
Maybe a couple times. In practice.
In practice,
just
okay.
A little bit.
Not intentionally, though.
No, sir.
No. Yeah, we got another picture too. I can't remember. That's all of them. You look great in your uniform, naval uniform, and also in your cheerleading outfit.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have a lady from Talladega representing us all over the world, you might say. It is all over the world. Last Tuesday night when she was on national television cheering, she's representing Talladega. That young lady is from Talladega.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? What happens next now?
Well, this summer I go to train again, and this time I get to spend a week on every platform we have. So I'll be on the submarine for a week. I'll be able to fly.
Will you be in the water for a week?
Maybe not the full week, but at some point I'll probably be underwater.
Have you been on any of the ships yet?
I've been on the USS Somerset this summer. I spent about 3 weeks with the crew of the Somerset, and that was great. I got to do a lot of cool things.
You get to jump off the ship and play with the dolphins and...
No, sir. I got to look at the dolphins, take a lot of pictures of whales.
Not been seasick?
I don't get seasick.
Okay. When I came back from Germany, we came back on a troop transport ship. There was about several thousand on the ship. We was crammed in there like sardines. And you were sleeping in bunks, your nose was touching the other fellow's rear end. It was so close together. But you're talking about sick now. There were some folks that got sick the first day out, and they stayed sick the whole week we was on that water moving. But I have a problem with seasickness and the moving.
Oh yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people take different things to help or wear the patches, but I don't really get.
When will you decide, or when will they decide if you're going to go into medical school? When will you start cutting on folks and sewing up knees and heads and so on?
I'll officially find out what I've service selected in November 2016.
So 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That'll be your 4th year?
Yes, sir. That'll be my 4th year.
When will you get the same thing as a second lieutenant in the Army?
May 2017.
Okay, that'll be called a...
I'll be an ensign. Or second lieutenant if I go Marine Corps.
You think about going to the Marines?
Well, no. I think about everything for about a week, and then I go back to Navy.
We'll come back to Miss Aaron. If you just tuned in, we're talking Miss Aaron Stockdale, a Talladega, doing well in the Navy, schooling, making A's, all A's and 1 B. 5 A's and 1 B, I believe you said?
Yes, sir.
Made the Dean's List.
Yes, sir.
That's great. And representing Talladega. She's a cheerleader with the Naval football team. Well, have y'all got any more games this year?
No, sir. The bowl games are last
And you
game.
won the other night, though?
Yes, sir. We won
by 1 point, but that's okay.
That's fine. A win is a win. We'll take it.
A win is a win. We'll come back to Miss Aaron in just a moment. Let's talk to Miss Wanda Scale just for a moment. Miss Wanda, good to have you with us.
It's nice to be here.
I can't get over you two could pass for sisters. How long have you been with the Institute, Alabama Institute?
I've been with the Institute for 8 years, but this is my 22nd year teaching.
22 years teaching. What other schools have you taught at?
I taught in Talladega County. I was at Stimley. You
remember Miss Williams?
Yes.
She was my buddy.
And I was at TC, and I was also at Sycamore.
Okay.
But I have really enjoyed my time at the Institute.
Are you at Helen Keller School? Or?
Yes, I teach at the Helen Keller School. And just recently we had the Bless the Child Christmas program where we have sponsors that bless children with gifts.
Let me interrupt. Move your hand up just a little bit on the mic. It's rubbing against there. Is that better? Good. They're talking to me in my earphone here. Go ahead.
And the Blessed Child Christmas program, just to see the smiles on the children's faces when they get their Christmas gifts, is a wonderful time of the year at the Helen Keller School.
I enjoy, I didn't get to go this time, but I like to hear when they sing and how they participate in singing and so forth.
Oh yes, we had the Nutcracker for the Christmas program where the children had a dramatization, and it was always just so wonderful. And we have so many compliments for the children.
I never, and at some point in time, and maybe you can arrange it, I would love to have them to come to our studio and do a program for us.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
We appreciate Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind.
Oh, yes.
They're our largest employer, but not only that, they mean so much to us worldwide.
Oh, yes.
A lot of folks have gone on from here
to do great
and
things.
done great. Oh, yes, yeah. But I guess I've been to Helen Keller School many times visiting, along with other places, ITIOTP and different places. I never cease to be amazed how you folks can take a child at an early age. What's the earliest y'all have?
3 years.
3 years old. Deaf, blind, and multi-handicapped, mentally retarded, mental challenged, and work with them and teach them how to go to the restroom, how to do everything, eat. It takes a special person. Has to be. Special calling.
It's a very rewarding career, and I have really enjoyed myself there.
Is it one-on-one basically? One teacher, one child? Or you have more than one child?
Normally, it's like 3 to 5 students per teacher.
It has to be challenging.
It is, but just to see the reward on the other side once you work with a child and that child comes around and you can see the joy in that child's eyes when they learn how to do something that they couldn't do before, it makes it all worthwhile.
Wow.
It has to be awesome, I wouldn't say mental challenging, but for mother or dad to have to take their child at 3 years of age and give it to an unknown person. And I don't mean that the way it sounds, but you are unknown.
That's true.
There at the school. You're an entity that they may know about the school, but they don't necessarily know you guys personally. But they entrust their child to strangers.
Yes.
To work with them and to get them to where they need to be. It has to be heartbreaking.
Very heartbreaking. The first day when children come, it's a heartbreaking situation, but
the mama has to walk off and leave that baby there.
Right. But then when the parents see that their child has come so far, then they thank us and say, well, thank you for doing that for us and for our child.
Were you there when Ms. Trescott, Dr. Trescott, had she already left when you?
No, I was very fortunate to learn a lot of things from Dr.
Armanel?
Yes.
Yeah, she's not only a good person, beautiful person, she's a good singer, a good pianist.
Yes.
And she was there a long time.
She was, 36 years.
36 years. Yeah, I remember Ms. Armanel, Dr. Armanel, back when she was not as Trescott, she was Armanel Young.
Love.
Armanel Love, yeah. But it's an honor to have you with us. And
well, thank you so much for inviting us.
You've got a beautiful daughter, and she's doing great. I know you're proud of all your youngins, but you have to be a little. You're not supposed to pick and choose.
Of course not. I love them all.
I know you do. I know you do. But you're fortunate to have a daughter that's doing as well as she is.
Thank you.
And one day she may be president may pick her to be Surgeon General or General of the Navy or whatever you call them, and Admiral of the Navy.
I won't be surprised.
And I wouldn't be surprised either. You'll do well. What? While we're talking about this, what will we need to do to get the group of children on it? It might be better if we could maybe get one of our camera people to come to the school. That might be easier.
That might be easier to do that.
Film there at the school and maybe tour the school and show just an overall view of what's going on there.
Oh yeah, that would be nice because so many people are not even aware of the different things that happen at the Alabama Institute for the Deaf and Blind.
I would say, and this may be exaggerating, I would say that 9% of our people in Talladega, we know that ITIOTP is there. We know that it's a school for the deaf, a school for the blind, a school for the
largest employer.
But don't have a clue to what goes on behind them.
Exactly.
But it's much our fault with the media, maybe as it is with the school, not getting, and I know they do a good job promoting it, trying to get the word out. But we want to be more involved this year of helping promote what goes on, the good things, and let the people see how you guys take these children and work with them.
I think that'd be great for people to see.
Yes.
What y'all do.
But I can't thank you enough for your involvement.
Well, thank you so much.
Miss Aaron, we got another 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. I know there's some things you can't talk about, how you've been mistreated and talked down to, like Gomer Pyle in the Navy, and how the sergeant has belittled you guys. And you don't have that in the Navy, I know. Everybody's just congenial and happy-go-lucky. And of course. Some of the interesting or funny things you've seen either as a cheerleader. Where do you travel? Wherever the team goes, that's where you go?
Yes, sir. So the bowl game was in San Diego this year, which was amazing.
And where are you stationed right now?
I'm in Annapolis, Maryland.
Okay. So I know you were home that week, and I talked to you about being on here last Sunday night, and you said, no, I got to go to California. You chose California over coming on my program.
It was the weather. It was the 80 degrees.
I sucked it up and endured it. But you flew from here to there, or from Birmingham, I guess, to there.
Yes, sir. And stayed for 4 days and came back.
Did you get to tour any while you was out there?
Just a little bit. I didn't get to go to the beach like I wanted to, but.
And now you're through cheering. Okay, you cheer with the basketball team also?
Yes, sir.
Are you still? Are they still playing?
Yes, sir. Their season actually just started.
Okay, so you got 3 months of basketball cheering.
Yes, sir.
You'll be traveling wherever the team goes. You'll be with them.
Well, we only do home games for basketball.
Okay, but football, you go to all of them.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Now, have you you've not been overseas on any tours or anything with the Navy?
Not yet. In March, I'll be in Vietnam.
In Vietnam?
Yes, sir.
Via ship or submarine?
Hopefully plane, but.
Fly in, fly out.
Yes, sir.
Have you been on a submarine?
Not yet. I get to go on a submarine this summer.
Will they teach you how to maneuver that thing? You don't know?
I don't know yet. Hopefully.
Can you get up to the stern column? I mean, I don't know how high that thing is.
I have to give her a step ladder.
It was a little tough on the ship. Everything I did on the ship, I needed a stool or something to help. But
you're an amazing young lady.
Thank you so much.
You see a lot of ladies that are beautiful. You see a lot of ladies that got good personality. You got a lot of people that just real neat in their dress attire. But you got it all.
Thank you.
Stay in the Navy and stay single and tell them to get you a stick and keep them guys away, and you'll do well in life. I can predict you being a career person.
Yes, sir.
You like it that well, yeah, right
yes,
now.
Sir. I like it.
And it can't be just up now. You'll do well in medical school, no question about it.
Thank you.
What I guess anything funny, anything humorous that you can share with us? We got another couple of minutes here.
I don't know. A lot of things. So much happened, especially in the last. It's only been 3 semesters, and so much has happened. So much has changed, and going from being a plebe to a youngster, which is going from a freshman to a sophomore, is just the biggest difference. So,
I know you told us off camera earlier that y'all all live in one dormitory. How many people did you say is in a dormitory?
4,500.
4,500. You are co-ed, but you can go to your mixed male or female rooms, but you have to keep the door open.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
4,500. That's unreal.
And I think it's the largest dorm in America. So all 4,500 of us.
Will you eventually get to where you can live off the base or live in your own apartment, or do you have to?
Not until graduation.
Wait,
the whole 4 years.
4 of you to a room for?
2 to 4, and you live with your companies. So different wings and different floors, different decks have different companies, and we are all divided into 30 companies, and 3 to 4 platoons in every company.
Doyle Shirey funeral will be Tuesday. He was a Georgia Pacific person, 23 years. It will be at Midway Funeral Home Tuesday. Visiting will be 6 to 8 tomorrow night. Funeral will be at 11 a.m. Tuesday. Also, Miss Sarah Griffin passed away. Her funeral will be 2 p.m. Tuesday. Visitation will be an hour before the funeral. Miss Griffin was Miss Mildred Griffin, longtime people of Talladega. We offer our condolences to these families. Thank you once again for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Our time is almost up. Don't forget the Emancipation Proclamation at the Ritz Theater, January the 4th at 3 p.m. Thank you for tuning in. Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah.
See you next year.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Thank y'all.
Thanks for having us. Go
Another
Navy.
year has gone.